What if I told you that one of the most powerful tech companies on Earth has been quietly tracking teenage girls in emotional distress, not to help them, but to monetize their pain? Sounds like a dystopian novel, right? But this isn't fiction. This is real testimony, internal messages, whistleblower documents. And the story they tell, it's worse than you think. Let me break it down.
Research that Facebook has done and the kind of advertising that they're willing to sell. And to me, what's so interesting about this is we've seen, frankly, the moral bankruptcy of this company and its leadership when it comes to China. And we've seen them be willing to lie to Congress, lie to the American public. We've got the documents in black and white. We've seen them be willing to give away American user data. But they were also trying to find out a way to make a buck on Americans, teenagers, children in times of distress right here in the United States. And I just want to give you an opportunity to comment on this. Here's an internal Facebook chat where a Facebook policy director asks, is it really accurate that Facebook is doing research into young mothers and their emotional state? Is it your understanding if there's other research related to young mothers? Answer, yes. I looked at one list of research topics and saw one about young mothers and their emotional state. Coming down, the person says, I'm wondering about asking my apparently morally bankrupt colleagues if they are aware of any more. This is about Facebook's program to target ads to people when they are in emotional distress. Is that right? Is that what we're seeing here?
That's correct, Senator.
And that included teenage girls, as you were discussing with Senator Blackburn, those who had maybe recently deleted a selfie, maybe not feeling very good about themselves, and Facebook said, oh, fantastic opportunity. We could sell this to advertisers. It apparently also included young mothers who are in moments of distress. I mean, who knows what that might include? Everything from the spilled oatmeal you were trying to put into your toddler's mouth. I have 3 children, so I understand. Or who knows what, much, much worse things. So Facebook is constantly looking for opportunities to sell to advertisers, to make a buck, even on their own users. And they're doing it by tracking their users all over the place, tracking their emotional state. I mean, have I got that accurate?
You've got that accurate. And beyond that, it's things like things that often do concern teen girls, like body confidence. You know, that's something else that they use to target, weight loss or other things on children, really, 13 to 17-year-olds.
During the Senate Judiciary hearing, Senator Josh Hawley pulled back the curtain on Meta, formerly Facebook, and what he called a pattern of moral bankruptcy. This wasn't just about foreign influence or political censorship, this was about our kids. An internal Facebook chat revealed research into young mothers' emotional states. One employee called colleagues morally bankrupt. Facebook studied emotional distress in teens and young moms, using that data to sell targeted ads. If a teenage girl deleted a selfie, that became an ad opportunity. When asked if Meta stopped this behavior, the answer was no. Even after Sarah Wynne Williams exposed Instagram's harm to young girls, they kept going for profit.
So, to your knowledge, did Facebook, after this email exchange, where another user says, I think it's a slippery slope here, and then there's the admission, there is a level of behavioral targeting. I mean, just to be clear, I want everybody to see this. There is a level of behavioral targeting. I mean, these are Facebook executives. Again, this is a policy director in this chat acknowledging that this is what Facebook is doing. Did it stop? Did Facebook stop doing this?
Not to my knowledge, Senator.
Yeah, in fact, we know they didn't because other whistleblowers came forward to show that at Instagram, owned by Facebook, there was explicit targeting that goes on. There was explicit knowledge that the Instagram product was causing, in some cases, severe emotional distress, particularly to young girls. Facebook kept right on doing it anyway. Is that just because it made them a bunch of money?
Senator, as a mother of 3 children, it's very hard to say this, but yes, one of the discussions I had with one of the business leaders was like, we just don't need to do this. Like, as a company, Meta's now $1 trillion company. It is not short of money. It doesn't need to do this. And what he explained to me is like, we've got the most valuable segment of the population. Advertisers really want to reach 13 to 17-year-olds, and we have them. We should be trumpeting it from the rooftops.
Sarah Wynne Williams confronted a Meta executive. His response? Advertisers want teens and Meta has them. Not ethics, not safety, just ad dollars. Zuckerberg's latest PR stunt is his free speech makeover. He's distancing himself from years of censorship, but do we buy it? Not for a second. And neither did Sarah Wynne Williams. She described Zuckerberg as a man of many costumes. One day he's learning Mandarin, the next cage fighting in Vegas. It's always whatever gets him closer to power. Mark Zuckerberg has lied to Congress, employees, and Americans. It's time for him to come back, take the oath, and finally tell the truth.
It's really just extraordinary. I think what we've seen here is the evidence that you presented, the evidence that we have in black and white is a company and leadership that is willing to do anything, work with America's chief competitor, work with our chief adversary, sell out other American businesses, sell out American user data, lie to Congress, lie to the public, anything in order to amass more power and make a buck. Can I just ask you, you know Mark Zuckerberg very well, you spent a lot of time with him. He's recently tried a reinvention in which he is now a great advocate of free speech after being an advocate of censorship in China and in this country for years, after suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop story, after working hand in glove with the Biden administration to suppress content on COVID, to suppress content on masks, to suppress content on election questions, on vaccines. All of that, now that's all wiped away. Now he's on Joe Rogan and says that he is Mr. Free Speech, he is Mr. MAGA, he's a whole new man, and his company they're a whole new company. Do you buy this latest reinvention of Mark Zuckerberg?
Senator, there are two things. If he is such a fan of freedom of speech, why is he trying to silence me? And the other thing is that this is a man who wears many different costumes. When I was there, he, wanted the president of China to name his first child. He was learning Mandarin. That was, he was censoring to his heart's content. Now his new costume is MMA fighting or whatever, free speech. We don't know what the next costume's going to be, but it'll be something different. It's whatever gets him closest to power.
If he were here, is there anything you'd like to say to him?
Senator, I have a lot of questions for Mark Zuckerberg, but he has proven time and time again that you cannot believe his answers. He's lied to members of Congress, he's lied to his employees, and he's lied to Americans. And that's why I'm asking this committee to hold him accountable.
Well, we're going to do that. And I just have to say, I don't trust his latest reinvention at all. He sat where you have sat in front of this committee multiple times in my short time in the Senate. Every time it's a different answer. Every time it's a different facade. But every time, the one consistent through line is every time it's something misleading. Every time it's something other than the truth. Every time it's about Mark Zuckerberg, not the American people. It's about Mark Zuckerberg, not what's good for this country, not what's good for his users, not what is the truth. And I, for one, am very tired of it. So I have a message to Mark Zuckerberg as well, which is that it's time for you to tell the truth. You should come to this committee and take an oath and sit where Ms. Wynne Williams is sitting now and answer this evidence. Stop trying to silence her. Stop trying to gag her. Stop trying to hide behind your lawyers and millions of dollars in legal fees you're trying to impose on her. Stop threatening other whistleblowers. Come to this committee, take the oath, sit there, let us question you, and give the American people the truth. We will be waiting for you. Senator, anything further?
Well said, Mr. Chairman. I associate myself with your remarks and what I...
At Critical Coverage, we cut through the polished PR and get to the truth behind these stories because the stakes are too high to let tech giants spin their way out of accountability. So here's our message to Mark Zuckerberg. Drop the costume, take the oath, and explain to the American people why you sold out their children for clicks and cash. We'll be here, watching, asking questions, and refusing to look the other way. This is Critical Coverage, and the cover-up stops here.